Good morning, sir, and welcome to another day of the video diary. And how are you this fine day? And it does look intensely summery, doesn't it? Well, relatively summery, I'm assuming from your point of view, where the sun is blinding you around my head, so I'll pop you there. Yeah, it is a bit sunny and it's a bit warm, but I've still got my coat and scarf on because it's forecasted heavy rain later. I can't see it personally, but yeah, exciting weather. Else, though, also we'll be standing around outside for a long time. I'm bringing my bloody coat 'cause it's chupping freezing last week as well. What's going on? Free period, double maths, double computing, but one of the computers is also free period. Also busy. I'll tell you about it later. Home, let me clear my throat. I am home and I've got an empty house to myself. Hey. Father is on days for the next couple of days, so that means I get to do what I want between now and when Mother gets home, which is 6. I've got like 2 hours on my own. This is the time that I used to use to record like videos and stuff, but I've got a list of freaking things I need to get done today. I've managed to tick off / cross off 4 of them. I'm going to hit the next one now. What I want to do is, I want to be able to get more efficient with literally everything, okay? Which essentially means, specifically, things like exercise and what have you, because we're going on holiday, and I can't go all, well, I'm skinny, but I can't go all, like, unattractive on holiday and things, because I just can't. Like, I'm putting, like, moisturiser on my feet, because I'm paranoid. Yeah, anyway, that's a whole new story. Yeah, so I want to get more into like exercise and things, so I've put onto my timetables doing 30 minutes a day, attempt to do 30 minutes a day of Connect-based exercises, because I'm not going to go out for a run, I'm not going to go play tennis, because I haven't got time, I haven't got time to go swimming. So until I go to university, which at university I will start swimming and doing tennis on a regular basis again, apart from walking places, walking, SID, etc., which I'd really have time for either, which Father usually does. I want to make time, 30 minutes a day, to do something like this, which is like high energy working stuff, essentially is what I'm going for. But the problem is, because I was going to play like the exercise game, which is intensely, relatively boring, if you know what I mean. It's just the exercise game. But I'm getting distracted by the Connect. It's boring. It's just Connect. It's just doing exercises. So I want to play a game. So I'm playing the game that Lovely got me for Valentine's Day or my birthday. One of the two. Either way, I'm playing it now because it's high energy stuff and it's entertaining, relatively so. As relatively entertaining as Connect can be, because Connect's really interesting, but only for sure. It's like the Wii to a certain extent. It's a hell of a lot better than the Wii. But yeah. What am I trying to say? I'm going to go do my 30 minutes of exercise, but I'm going to put some tunes on. Yeah! That's the reason why I'm not playing the dance games, because I want to put my own tunes on and dance to them, not their dodgy music. Let me clear my... Alright, I said to myself, as I was playing that game, I was like, this is boring. It's not very effective at all. So what can I do instead? So, I thought, well, let's take the dog out. Half an hour. I'm trying to limit the amount I stay out though, because I'm the kind of person who would just go out for hours and talk to you for about half an hour. You remember the videos. So I thought to myself, I know, let's go out. We'll time ourselves to half an hour. The weather's nice. Let's dress relatively summery, so I've got shorts on. And yeah, I'm actually insanely surprised with how summery my outfits can actually get, to be honest with you, because I thought that I was very much a winter guy with all wintry clothes and things, and then I realised that they're all just bright red and bright orange, which is summer, so why not just wear them at summer? And I think the problem is that I always had them, and I always have like a hierarchy of t-shirts. I have like, oh, I'll save that for a day that I'm going out with Lovely one day, or something like that. And I'm like, why didn't I downgrade all of those to normal level and then buy a load of polo shirts that I wear for besties and stuff like that, eh? Why not that? Polos are a lot more of a sophisticated look than this is. So I thought I'd come out and listen to the radio for a bit on my iPod instead of Spotify and the same songs over and over and over and over again, and just bring the dog and just... It's not very much exercise, but it's good breathing space and it's good vitamin D from the good old sun up there, and maybe I'll get a starting tan for holiday so that I don't turn up and look immensely white and scrawny. Never a good thing. What the hell? Oh, that used to be a footpath. And then those hills over there, that's a massive field. that field is. Oh, and I can't get there because there's a bloody building site. Stop recording. Gross, that is so gross, that's ridiculous. So I'm going to do something now, because I've got other things on my list of things to do today. I've got like 5 different things, amongst which one is a maths paper, the second one is a maths paper, and 3 are revised 4 different chapters for a maths paper. So I've put on also, apart from the fact that I want to go to bed at 11, so that I get 7.5 hours sleep, because I'm aiming for 7.5 hours sleep because it's optimal. I don't like having 6 anymore. 7.5 is good. You wake up all enthused and ready for the day. Yeah, what was I talking about? Yeah, the other thing I want to do is write a blog post, because I leave my blog alone too much. So I'm going to tell you now, which is going to force me to write it, that there is a blog post in the description, unless I tell you later in the video that there isn't, or you can just look at yourself. There's a blog post in the description because I want to write a blog about the radio, and the radio compared to Spotify and iTunes and stuff like that. So yeah, that's down there if you really want it. Essentially, I've been experimenting with the radio. I'm going to like briefly touch upon it now. Let's have a purpose for this vlog as well, instead of a normal boring video like you've been having recently. I've been listening to the radio more. I've been experimenting with the radio and with different music and all of that jazz, which essentially means the local radio, which is Capital, which covers the Midlands, I think, of England, and Radio 1, the 2 radio stations I've been trying. Obviously all the other ones I know I'd like. It's like Gem and Heart and stuff like that, really older, like 80s music. I like 80s music, but it's boring. I want to listen to new stuff. So I'm trying to experiment with the radio and compare it to Spotify and all that jazz. And I'll talk more about this in the blog, but essentially though, I've been using something called Spotify for an extortionately long amount of time, and Spotify essentially means you pay £10 a month and you can stream any music you want to your iPod, to your phone, to your computer, with amazing audiophile friendly audio quality. And I very quickly decided that that was amazing. That's a brilliant thing to do, £10 a month. And I very instantaneously, literally, as soon as I started paying for Spotify, because it used to be free, it's not free anymore. As soon as I started paying for it and I got it on my phone and iPod and stuff, I just deleted iTunes. Literally deleted it. That is not necessary anymore in my life. My big iPod Touch, because I've got 2 iPods, my big iPod Touch has no songs on it, but Spotify. And I use Spotify with offline mode and just run all of my music off of that, which is perfect, because you can just find a song you really like, whack it in a playlist, make a playlist you really like and listen to it for a load of different things. And playlists are quite hard in iTunes, or they used to be when I was back around on them blocks. Not happy. But I suppose really glad that I didn't wear my other shoes. I didn't realise I was going to come down here. This place is so boring. Yes, Spotify. And Spotify is amazing for trying out new songs. So say if someone says, oh, have you heard this person? Spotify, bang, there's the top tracks, there's the top albums, blah, 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 blah. Listen to ones. And it's good for people like me with really specific music tastes. If I hear a song with something wrong in it, I then hate that song. Unless it's so good to live, like a certain specific bit is so good to survive the rest of the song, I usually hate that song from then on, that point on. If I ever listen to it and go, I wouldn't have done that, or I don't like that bit, then I usually don't listen to it. So Spotify's amazing just to test. Just go, oh, that, oh, that, oh, that. But the problem with Spotify is, it's very time consuming. When you first start, you've got like no playlists, no songs or anything, you've got to build it all up from scratch. That's a downside, although you can import your iTunes library if you wanted to. But it's also time consuming because you then become very selective about what songs you play, and I personally get obsessed with the song, listen to it over and over and over and over again, and then get bored and move on. There is a guy just over my shoulder there, I'm assuming, I don't know exactly where, and he is terrifying. I'm trying to go this long way around. Why do you keep stopping? What is your game, guy? He seems to stop exactly when I stop, and I'm trying to make it so that I go this way and then I can turn around and go back, because I'm now angry that I've messed up my shoes. Yeah, then let's call his bluff. I'm going to walk this way. Let's see if he follows me. Let's see if he follows me. Let's see if he's like after me. You never know, you never know. I might have done something bad on my way. I may have filmed in someone's private land, and that's illegal, except it's not. Yeah, I think I've called his bluff. Anyway, what was I saying? Something like that, yeah. Spotify's really good for that kind of stuff, except you then become bored of like the top few lists. And I have a playlist that I go to every now and again and shuffle through, but then the older stuff on that list, it makes you very short attention span. You like something, just turn it off. Don't like it anymore. And the problem with not liking it anymore is, how do you discover new music like that? You can look at your same bands and stuff, but go, I'm not that kind of guy. I don't listen to an entire album, I'll listen to one song or two. The only few albums I do get I buy for the car, in which case I then import them onto iTunes and put them on my little iPod. I've got my iPod Nano with me now, and then every now and again I'll listen to it on my iPod Nano. But the radio is what I'm now on, because it's really good for just discovering new music. But there's downsides as well. Well, it's really good because you don't have to like tamper with it. You just put it on and you're done. It just plays songs, new songs. Like, oh, there's a song, lol, I thought you might like this right now. And it usually flows depending on who the editor is, blah, 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 blah. Well, I am never gonna get along this road. Holy shiz, man. Shizman is. He's never gonna cross this road. I can't go halfway because Sid would just be a moron and run the entire way. Oh my freaking god. Phew. Anyway, roads and people keep putting me off my point, so the blog description will probably make more sense when I write it. Yeah, the radio is very good for that, and that's good when you're revising because you don't have to keep jumping in and out of things, finding new songs you want to listen to, blah 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 blah. It's a hell of a lot less time consuming. It's also, if you've got it like I have now from my iPod, uses no memory, or on my phone, no memory and no internet, which is brilliant, except the reception sometimes isn't very good and it cuts out every now and again. But, and there's my two big problems with the radio, is that you can't pause it, you can't rewind it if you listen to it. Oh, that was a good bit. Or, oh, I missed that bit, what was that? Just go back and listen to it. You can't do that. And you can't stop them playing absolutely crap music. And what was the other problem I had? And the audio quality isn't audiophile friendly, which is just a minor gripe and not much I can deal with apparently. Apparently FM radio waves aren't quite as good as Wi-Fi ones. Same to me. So yeah, it's really good for experimenting and like learning new songs, but then you've got to find a radio station that plays the kind of songs you like. And I'm trying to experiment with like things like Radio 1 and the local one, because all of the others seem to do like old music, and I know old music, it's boring, I already know it. I could just whack it to Spotify and play them in the order I want them. So yeah, I'm gonna write a blog description about that essentially. Lol, how much of the video did I just take up? A sizable chunk. I said to myself, I know, well, we could do this on a regular basis. Just go out for a walk in the sun, if it's sunny, and then just talk to the camera. But then the problem with that is that I always end up with a massive video to upload the next day. And then massive video to render and stuff like that, and then you've got to watch it if you want to watch it, and then effort. But, hold on, is that recording? Yes it is. But, and I've got my headphones in and the wind, lol. I'm heading home now because my half an hour allotted time is up. Sid is wet and keeps rubbing himself on my legs and it's getting on my nerves. I got my shoe wet and muddy, so that annoyed me, and the wind is getting quite annoying. To be honest, it's not as warm as I thought it was when I walked out, looking so summery. Felt like a bit of a Burke, to be honest. But first, I have a list of things to do on my list of things to do here, so I can't go around writing a blog post. I need to sit at my desk and do some freaking work. No, Sean, I can't play Minecraft, even though I really, really want to play Minecraft. I factor in some time for that later. Meanwhile, I need to do two maths papers, and a buttload of revision. By the way, I'm really sorry that this video's dragged on for so long. Really am sorry about that. However, that is enough maths to do, because Decision 2 Maths is making me want to get that monitor there, throw it out that window there, and then follow it out myself. How the hell am I supposed to join, right? Look at this, look. Okay, this line needs to join with this line and this line. Right, this line needs to join with this line, and this line needs to join with this line, just this line, right? None of the lines are allowed to cross. I swore at it out of frame there, if you were wondering. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is write that blog post. I've got a bowl of strawberries, just had dinner. Let's do this. Well, that's awkward, isn't it? Because there isn't a blog post in the description, and you knew that the second I mentioned it. How awkward is that? I essentially started to write one, started talking to Lovely on Facebook, and then just had a bit of a breakdown, talking about university and stuff. Yeah, and I don't really want to talk about it now either. It's kind of like exams and all that jazz, just stress. But then I got a nice little whinge about it, a nice little tear shed, and then I'm away. I'm good now. So yeah, tomorrow is going to be a freaking day. It's going to be a freaking day. I'm going to forcibly make it a freaking day, or I'm going to ask you a really, really, really big question. One of the two. Because tomorrow we're going all out with a tactical nuke. With a tactical freaking nuke. All over that place. Also, we're talking about the space mission. But otherwise, yeah. Space mission, tactical nuke, ask you a question. Same as today again, except minus the walk and the really long bit where I talk about a little crap. Yeah, okay. So hopefully for that, since I've sold it to you so well, I will catch you later.